A man walks a tightrope 10,000 feet in the air, all in pursuit of a Guinness World Record. Behind him, police officers plead with him not to do anything foolish. Their urgent voices suggest Philippe could plummet into the abyss at any moment. But under the officer's shocked gaze, he raises his balance pole, swiftly spins around, and starts walking backward. Two officers lunge forward trying to grab him, but it's no use. Philippe doesn't care. He keeps moving forward. This time, he's even more reckless. When he reaches the middle, he drops to his knees right there on the wire. Then he slowly spreads his arms wide and looks down at the crowd below. In that moment, he feels like a bird soaring free among the clouds, savoring a view that belongs to him alone, like an absolute king of the sky. Then Philippe does something even more astounding. He stands on one foot directly on top of the balance pole. Even the officers behind him can't help but admire him. After pulling off this stunt, Philippe sets off again. The police think he's heading back to the rooftop, so they rush forward to help him, but he's not satisfied yet. How could he just leave like this? So Philippe, like a rebellious child, turns around again. But halfway across, he suddenly begins to sit down slowly. In that moment, Philippe feels like he's sitting on the edge of the world. The sensation is both thrilling and dangerous, and he's absolutely savoring it. The next second, he lies down flat on the wire. The crowd of onlookers below keeps growing. Everyone genuinely admires his courage. Just as Philippe is basking in this sense of pride, a seagull suddenly flies past. When Philippe sees its blood-red eyes, a wave of fear washes over him. He quickly gets up, ready to end this unprecedented challenge. Suddenly, a bolt flies loose, and he nearly loses his balance and falls into the abyss. At the same time, the helicopter overhead keeps urging him to leave, threatening to use force to remove him. The deafening roar continuously echoes in Philippe's ears. Under this panic, he finds it harder and harder to maintain his balance. But that stubborn determination inside him brings him back to calm. So Philippe swings the balance pole onto his back, deciding to walk this final stretch in the simplest way possible. Under everyone's watchful eyes, he slowly makes his way toward the finish. But the hardest part of tightrope walking is always the last 3 steps. This is the gap most people can never cross. This is where they all fall. When Philippe takes that final step, the wire begins to shake violently. The safety clip is barely hanging on, and he can almost see death beckoning to him. Just when everyone thinks he's finished, Philippe, through sheer force of will, steadies himself once more. Finally, he succeeds. Philippe confidently tosses his balance pole to the police. Of course, he still can't avoid being taken away by the officers. But Philippe isn't afraid at all, because he's already completed the impossible challenge. Retry.